Good morning. This is UWS News. I am Muhammad Ahmad. New immigration restrictions in UK will prevent international students from transitioning from the student visa pathway to work route until they have finished their studies. Suhail Ahmad reports.
UK to block defendant from accompanying international student as of January 2024. New immigration restriction in the United Kingdom will prevent international students from transitioning from the student visa pathway to work route until they have finished their study. Let's hear what the student think about this decision.
The majority of individuals who come to United Kingdom for educational purposes who have additional inspiration beyond their studies, they desire to involve their families in this experience. In the absence of a mechanism allowing international students to bring their families along, a significant number of individuals might choose to pursue their studies in alternative destinations.
Prime Minister Rishi Sunak informed the cabinet that this measure, scheduled to be implemented in January 2024, will contribute significantly to reducing migration numbers. However, the potential effect on officially migration levels remain uncertain.
Actually, the individuals who accompany international students through the United Kingdom contribute significant societal benefits and should be granted the opportunity to reside with their family members and their studies. However, there is a potential consequence associated with their decision, as it may result in financial turmoil for universities that heavily rely on financially contribution made by international students.
Enabling students to be accompanied by their families provides them with the opportunity to concentrate on their academic pursuits without their burden of financial concerns or worries about their well-being. Similarly, having the presence of their families members provides a support system during a challenging time. In tough time, having family members to confide in and seek advice from reduces feeling of isolation.
In the UK, international students contribute a significant economic benefit of approximately £40 billion. Furthermore, migration number reached an all-time highest of 6,06,000 individuals until December 2022. Suhail Ahmad, UWS News, Hamilton.
Our reporter Suhail Ahmad joins us to tell us about it. Thanks, Suhail Ahmad. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Elaborate on this new policy regarding international students and their dependents, and what is the rationale behind this decision.
Starting in January 2024, the UK government will restrict international students from bringing their dependent with them unless they are enrolled in postgraduate program with research emphasis. The purpose of this measure to reduce a migration level figure.
Can students switch to the skip worker route before completing this program under the new restrictions?
Until students complete their degree, they will not be allowed to change their visa to skilled worker route.
Will the new immigration restriction affect the graduate route?
The introduction of new immigration restriction will not have impact on the graduate route. Students who meet the eligibility criteria still be granted a period of 2 or 3 years and the stay in the UK through this route.
What are the factors contributing to the significant increase in net migration?
Immigration in the UK has reached recorded a high, and the government aims to strengthen the criteria for incoming migrants to reduce the overall net migration figure.
Is the government still committed to the UK's international education strategy despite the new immigration restrictions?
The government says that they are dedicated to the UK international education strategy. State the objective of attracting and 6 lakh international students has been achieved consecutively for 2 years.
Thanks, Suhail.
Thank you.
Now more of today's news.
According to data made public by HMRC, fruit exports from the UK to the EU have more than decreased by half since Brexit. The decrease has been attributed to the emergence of trade hurdles brought on by the UK's exit from the EU, such as the requirements for health certification on fresh and child foods and custom procedures. The UK sold fruit to the EU for 248.5 million in the year ending 31st March 2021. However, sales statistics fell to £119 million the next year and have stayed there ever since. According to the most recent tax records, sales for this year ending in March 2023 were £113.8 million. A busy street in White Rock is set to close for over 3 weeks. It has been confirmed. West Dunbartonshire Council recently announced the closure on its website. Eastbourne Street will be shut to all traffic from Monday 24 July to Tuesday 15 August. Local access will be permitted by signs or under the direction of a traffic management contractor. It is noted that emergency service access will be maintained. Britain's inflation rate is projected to decline at its fastest rate in more than 30 years, providing people with some respite from the severe cost of living squeeze in generations. The Consumer Price Index is anticipated to decline from 10.1% to 8.2% last month. The decrease is brought on by the comparison exclusion of the high rises in energy prices from the prior year. The Bank of England and investors are eagerly awaiting this critical piece of data, which will test Weger's policymakers' rising interest rates as high as 5%.
That's all about today's news. Goodbye.